Hi, I went to the Biltmore Estate today in Asheville, North Carolina. Now, I go there frequently, and I have for the past 20 years, but now that I live closer, I go even more often. And I knew that the sunflowers were blooming, and I've never seen the sunflowers in bloom there. So we went to take a look because they were at their peak. And yes, we did see the beautiful sunflowers, but we also saw three places at the Biltmore Estate that I have never been to before. I couldn't believe it. After 20 years, but I bumped into them and oh, what fun. At one of these places, I actually did some Christmas shopping. Yes, that's right. It's September. I never do Christmas shopping in September. No way. But I mean, there was one of their adorable gift shops there, and I saw something that I just had to get for some relatives of mine. Hi, I'm Sandy from Sandy Over 70. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that you'll subscribe if you haven't already. Now, let me tell you about the Biltmore today. It started out that we went to Antler Hill Village, which is a separate section away from the house that has two hotels, some restaurants, and some retail stores. And I had read that that's where most of the sunflowers were. So we drove in, and there they were along the walkway, endless amounts of sunflowers. So we stopped and I started taking pictures and video, and I couldn't get quite close enough. There was a lot of mud between the walkway and the sunflowers, but I think I did pretty good. So then we went back to walk around in the Antler Hill Village, and I spotted what looked like a bunch of pumpkins in a circle. So I said, oh, I got to see this. So we walked over there, and sure enough, there were a bunch of pumpkins in a circle. So I guess fall is here for sure. At least it is at the Biltmore Estate. And I thought it was so beautifully arranged. And then when I got done looking at that, I saw several buildings in the distance. And I knew that there was a petting zoo at the Biltmore, but I'd never been there. And I thought, oh, that must be the petting zoo. So let's go over there. So we walked over, but it wasn't the petting zoo. It was the barn.
I'm here at the barn in Antler Hill Village, and I am still kind of in a state of shock because I have visited the Biltmore Estate for the past 20 years many, many times. And I did not know this barn existed. I have never been here, and it's a lovely historical exhibit.
And so in we went, and there was a whole courtyard with buildings surrounding it. And I think the first thing we saw was a woman weaving wool, which I'm sure they got off of the sheep that are grazing around at the Biltmore. And she said her spinning wheel had been made in 1976 and hadn't been used much. And it was made out of beautiful wood. I think she said mahogany. And she was showing how you actually turn wool from an animal into thread. So that was kind of interesting. And just down a little bit, there was a blacksmith, an actual blacksmith, and he was standing in front of a big fire, and he was hammering and doing all the things that blacksmiths do and telling people how he wanted to teach his children the trade, but they weren't interested unless he showed them how to make weapons. He said his whole house was full of weapons. It was crazy, but that's how the kids learned. We also went into the stables, and there was an original brick floor and then horse stalls on each side. So we stepped out of there, and not far away, there was a petting zoo. And, you know, I thought we could go in and pet some animals, but it wasn't exactly like that. I mean, maybe it is at other times, but it wasn't today. There was staff there, and there were a lot of chickens, and two very, very noisy roosters.
So this is a naked neck
Yes.
breed of chicken, and it's about a month old.
Yes.
And then we went to an area where it said, say hello to Clementine. And Clementine is a goat, and she was in a little pen, but you could not go into the pen. You had to stay outside. And there was a sign that said, brush Clementine. So I did. I brushed her. And the staff member said, well, you can pet her too. So I gave her some pets. Very nice goat. Now, the third place that was right here in the same area was a children's playground, and I had never noticed that before either. It was a large playground, wonderful place. Children were playing in there, and a lovely amenity, especially if you're staying on the grounds there in the hotels with children. So let me tell you about my Christmas shopping. I was in the barn area, and of course, they had a gift shop. There are gift shops all over the Biltmore Estate, and they have really nice stuff. I enjoy looking at it. When I walked in, I realized they had turned it into Christmas already. Now it's September, and the whole gift shop was Christmas. I thought, oh, this isn't going to be very interesting because I'm certainly not going to buy any Christmas decorations. At this point, I'm trying to get rid of them. Yes, trying to even downsize my Christmas decorations. However, the minute we walked in, I spotted these, I don't know what you call, snow globes. I think that's what you call them, where, you know, the old-fashioned ones, you shook them and snow all circulated around a scene, except these were electric ones, and they had a light in them, and the snow was continuously circulating. They were so pretty. And right away, my husband says, oh, I want one of those. Do you want one of those? And I said, oh, no, the last thing I want is something else to stand around the house. But if you want one, go ahead and get one. And he decided, oh, yes, he was going to get one. And then I was thinking, what a nice gift. Mostly I've been sending, boxes of fruit and cookies and candy and stuff like that through mail order houses. And I thought, well, maybe certain family members might like something different. And I bought 2 of these beautiful snow globes, and I'll be sending them out for Christmas. I won't tell you which ones I bought because they may be watching and I want them to be surprised. So that's what I did today. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.